Hi! Can you hear the beautiful music? Okay, so I'm gonna have some Christmas music on in the background, and I'm gonna put some makeup on. But first I'm gonna turn the camera around, or turn it at a different angle. Okay, so I'm gonna put on my makeup and talk to you while I do that. Okay.
I really can't focus today.
Oh, now we have a advertisement. Well, I'm just going to start talking. I put a little bit of cover up on because I didn't want to scare you. I want to talk about Christmas traditions that I grew up with when I was a young girl, and how I've got dark lines under my eyes because I'm getting older. Now, how does that happen? Gonna rub that in. And I'm going to put on some more cover up. I probably put on a lot of cover up compared to other people, but it helps me. So, okay, so when I was growing up, of course, we'd put up a Christmas tree and we'd decorate it. And my parents had a really good atmosphere in their home, no matter what, whether it was Christmas or not. And I really wanted to have that with my own children. And I guess I want to talk about what I did with my kids too. And I would put old-fashioned songs up. I'm not saying it right. I'm not thinking straight. I'd put old-fashioned music on, and now my kids, when they hear that old-fashioned music, it just, brings back so many memories for them when they were growing up. Put a little more cover up. I'm going to go out and shovel the snow and get some spring water that's just in a town next to me. Okay, so then I'll put on a little bit of eyeshadow. I don't do it fancy, and I'm really quick. You can tell, huh? I'm very quick about it. Sometimes I put white up there. You can tell I don't spend much time on my makeup. I've always done it really quick. I have a lot of kids, so I had to do it very quickly. And I didn't wear a lot of mascara when my kids were growing up. And I should have, because I don't have very long eyelashes. Okay, so back to Christmas. Sometimes we'd do Sub for Santa, where we'd drop presents off on someone's door. And I thought that was a good experience, but I had a lot of kids. I had 10 kids, so I couldn't do that all the time because I needed all the money that I could get for my kids. Can you tell I have mascara on? I hope you can tell. And I don't wear a lot of makeup, but one of my favorites is to put lipstick on. It's like a superhero. It makes me feel powerful. And during the day, I don't like it so bright. When I go on activities with the single people, at night, I'll wear it bright. So I'm going to put some pink on. Okay, so, we'd hang stockings in the morning, Santa and Santa's elf. Me and my husband, sometimes some of my older kids, would hide the stockings. So the first thing the kids do when they wake up in the morning is look for their stocking. And then in the morning, the first thing in the morning, the kids have to line up. And I think a lot of our traditions is like what everyone else does. They had lined up youngest to oldest. And my husband would videotape us and take pictures when I'd lead the kids in, and we'd put Christmas music on. And Santa, me, would put each of their gifts on the couch, and they had their own section. And then my elf, my husband, would type out or print out their names. We'd guide each one of them to look at their gifts, and then from Santa. And then I would wrap the presents from me and my husband and put them under the tree. Oh, and before we go in, I'd always feed him a big breakfast, because we don't always have big breakfasts. But I'd feed him a big breakfast, you know, with eggs and bacon and hash browns and pancakes. Because usually I don't do that on other days, the normal days. So it was really special. So we'd eat our breakfast first, then get in line and go in and look at their gifts, and then open the gifts. The reason why we wanted to feed them breakfast first is because so they wouldn't eat a lot of candy before they had their breakfast. So after that, they could eat candy because they had their breakfast. So that is what we did. And the night before, we'd do the nativity scene. We'd read it, and we'd sing Christmas carols. And when they were younger, we'd have them act out the nativity scene. But we got lazy through the years, and we'd just read it. As our kids got older, they didn't really want to act it out. And what else? We'd go look at Christmas lights, drive around looking at Christmas lights. And in the church that I belong to, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, we have temples for, you know, for people to get married in, to be married to their spouse for eternity, because that's what we believe, and I believe it. So we'd go to the Temple Square in Salt Lake and walk around and look at the beautiful lights. They just go way out on decorating on Temple Square. And we'd do that many years. Sometimes we forget, we run out of time, because that's what happens. So we would do that. And what else? There's lots of different things that we would do. Oh, and Christmas Eve, we also have a gift for Jesus, and we would ask the kids what service they want to give all year. It's kind of like a New Year's resolution, but not completely. It's more of a service. And when we give service to people on earth, we're giving service for Jesus. And it's not always just service for other people, but it might be something that we want to do differently, like maybe read more scriptures, pray more often, just anything that we want to do to become a better person. Now you can hear some of the music in the background. So my makeup isn't very extravagant. It's just, you know, cover up. I put cover up on earlier, and eyeshadow, mascara. Sometimes I darken my eyebrows, because as you get older, they're not as thick. So I put this on just to darken my eyebrows. And I can add more eyeshadow. I can do a dark one. This is a dark brown. I had a light blue before. I don't know, as you get older, the eyelid sags down, and I'm not going to do an operation for that. I'm not going to do any facelifts or anything. I don't want to look like a puppet or a doll. I want to look like a human being that's getting older and hopefully eating healthy enough, doing the right things to keep my skin looking good. But I do want a few wrinkles. I think some people get caught up in, when they see wrinkles, they can't handle it, and it makes them feel terrible about themselves, and then they get addicted to facelifts. And so me, I'm just going to grow old naturally and try to eat healthy and take care of my skin. But I guess that is all. I'm going to, oh, here's my nails. Anyway, that's all that I'm going to share for Christmas traditions. It's good to have traditions with your children and grandchildren. And I still do things, we still have a big family party with our kids and grandkids, and we trade gifts. We rotate, and each year we have a new family that we share a gift with. Sometimes we still go to Temple Square. We all live far away, you know, an hour away from Temple Square, so we don't go as much as we used to. We just try to stay close as a family and show love toward each other. So have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I'll see you later. Make it a good day. Bye.